It's a Cannes Film Festival week, and at the 79th edition, attention continues to grow for Korean cinema through standout films and filmmakers. For more on this, we've invited our culture correspondent Jo Young-eun here in the studio. Welcome, Young-eun.
Good evening, Tommy. Great to be here.
Thanks for joining us. Young-eun, it's nearly the end of the Cannes Film Festival week. How has the overall atmosphere been at this year's? And tell us which films are leading the race to, win the prestigious Palme d'Or.
Well, this year's competition is shaping up as one of the most unpredictable. As the 79 Cannes Film Festival enters its final stretch, speculation over this year's Palme d'Or winner continues to grow. According to the Screen Daily Jury Grid, which compiles ratings from international critics on a 4-point scale, most competition titles have received mixed reviews, reflecting what many are calling one of the most polarized Cannes lineups in recent years. While films such as Poland's Fatherland, Japan's All of a Sudden, and the U.S. entry Paper Tiger have emerged as early contenders, critics say there is no still clear frontrunner for the festival's top prize.
This year's competition features many auteur-driven films, suggesting Cannes may be leaning more toward auteur-driven cinema. At the same time, with fewer genre films in competition, their chances of winning could actually be higher than ever.
As the festival concludes with the official closing ceremony on Saturday, the main competition awards, including the Palme d'Or, will be announced following selections from the 8 juries chaired by Korean director Park Chan-wook.
Well, speaking of Park Chan-wook, what does Park's role as the Cannes jury president mean any for Korean cinema? I mean, does it signal a broader rise in the global standing of films and Korean filmmakers at this year's edition?
Right, director Park Chan-wook made history this year as the first Korean filmmaker to serve as president of the Cannes jury. During the festival, Park also received the prestigious medal from the French cultural minister and reflected on how the perception of Korean films have evolved internationally.
Korea is no longer considered a peripheral country in cinema compared to 20 years ago. I wouldn't necessarily say Korean films themselves suddenly entered at the center. Rather, I believe the global film industry has become more open to embracing a wider diversity of films.
Meanwhile, Korean director Na Hong-jin's Hope stands out as the only Korean film invited to this year's main competition section and marks his return to Cannes competition nearly a decade after his last appearance. Blending science fiction and horror, the film is increasingly being discussed as a possible winner, drawing attention for its bold genre experimentation and cinematic style.
It started with thinking about how I could approach a crime story, and then how to make it feel different from my previous work. As I kept turning it over in my mind, the story somehow ended up in outer space.
Some analysts believe the film's unconventional storytelling and genre leave a strong impression on the jury.
I'm really curious to see how far the film maintains the intensity and immersion it builds at the beginning. If it manages to sustain that tension all the way through, I think it could turn out to be a truly remarkable film.
Indeed. Well, talking more about Korean genre films, Young-eun, could you elaborate more on Korean cinema, why Korean cinema continues to, captivate the audiences and gain more global attention?
Right, Korean genre cinema once again garnered global attention at Cannes through Kunche or Colony, which premiered in the festival's midnight screenings. Widely credited with bringing Korean zombie to global audiences through works like Train to Busan, director Yeon Sang-ho returned with a new film portraying a catastrophic, unreleased by rapidly mutating virus. Following its release in Korea on Thursday, Kunche reportedly drew over 200,000 moviegoers on opening day, putting it on track for one of the year's strongest box office openings. International audiences have highlighted the film's signature large-scale global zombie action and distinct Korean genre sensibility.
I think Cannes tends to see Korean cinema through the lens of Asian genre films, as the industry has long developed around movies with strong and distinctive genre identities.
As Korean cinema gains momentum at Cannes, Korean films have maintained a strong presence throughout the years, and it continues to solidify its position as one of the most influential creative industries. Film critics say Korea's strength lies in its ability to merge genre filmmaking and strong social themes and emotional storytelling.
Since the 2000s, Korean cinema has built a strong tradition of genre films, achieving both commercial success and critical acclaim. Many internationally recognized works by directors like Park Chan-wook and Bong Joon-ho, including Parasite, can be categorized as genre films.
Many experts emphasize that Korean cinema is no longer simply participating in the global film industry, but is increasingly helping lead with years of accumulated global recognition and industry influence.
That is good to hear. Young-in, thanks for coming tonight. I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.